Hello folks, it's me, I'm Biggy and I'm back, and this is Let's Play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. And I have completely messed up a couple of things. But let me just go to custom duels and hope, get my fingers crossed here, that everything still works, kind of. Ah, there we go. Well, let me have a look here. And you might have noticed that we've named our commander. She is now Catbug, the Neko Gal. But yeah, this is all a part of interesting little feedback from my viewers saying that since this is a Nuzlocke, we should be able to name our commanders, right? And so we did. So this is Catbug, the Neko Gal. And we could even have special info here saying, I'm Catbug. It's pretty cool. But if you're wondering how I did that, it is just all the modding tool by Cat's Pup. Bat's Pup? Cat's Pup. But yep, here's some the actual tool in action. Let's have a looky here. I'm going to boot up the ISO as per usual. And if you go to the card editor, squint my eyes. No, just go to Catbug. Then I go Gal. It's going to be rough because you need to remember all of the changes you did, or you need to remember the card ID. So maybe you could go 221 as well to the where the card ID is, and you could go to the text and just rename the card name to your liking. And renaming is all just part of the experience, I think, of Nuzlocke. So it is kind of nice that we're able to do that. Now that that's out of the way, I'm going to give you a big fair warning. Whenever you rename this, all of your save states or anything regarding the ISO will be deleted. The emulators do not like you messing with the strings for some odd reason. I don't know exactly how it works, but it probably recognizes it as a different ISO file. So that's why where every time you name a character, all your save states are deleted. And that is why I'm here. Instead of showing you the actual footage, I do have some footage that I was able to salvage before everything goes kaput. But long story short, we got a few new cards in Celtic Guardian, a Beast Marmot of Nefariousness, Magian Gun, an extra copy of the Wretched Ghost of the Attic, as well as the Yamatano Dragon Scroll. But there's a couple of things I wanted to demonstrate, but I'm not sure if I could do that off the cuff. But first off here is Metal Dragon. Metal Dragon here is actually at 2200, which is huge because he's 400 more than his usual stat. Wait, no, not 400, 350, I think, because his actual attack is usually at 1850. So he's a very, very strong dragon indeed. There's another little guy that I need to show off. Dice Armadillo. Dice Armadillo is a fusion between any beast and any machine. But he is usually at around 1600, so he got a huge buff as well. Why this is important is that Dice Armadillo actually is a dude who can actually fuse upwards into a Mech Bass, and after you fuse Mech Bass, you could fuse him with the Fortress Whale as well. I've also randomly gotten a Celtic Guardian in one of the rare slots. So during the second roll of the slot machine, we got ourselves a Celtic Guardian, which is not a very good rare slot roll at all, but this is a unique art for the Celtic Guardian. So yeah, this is hidden inside it. So that being said, this is really cool. Celtic Guardian is an interesting add to our deck because he does fuse with either the Masked Sorcerer or the Fairy Witch upwards into a Dark Elf. And during our playthrough, the Dark Elf has gotten quite a fair bit of buffs. That will be a strong candidate for deck leader as well. Speaking of deck leaders, let's go ahead and talk about which guys or gals should be our deck leaders. Currently, Catbugs are our main deck leader. We spent some time off camera leveling her up. The upside of Catbug being a deck leader is that she is a very capable deck leader. Catbug has 2 power-ups, which is increased strength for same type friendlies and increased movement boost for same type friendlies. So whenever a creature within her summoning area is in her summoning area is a beast warrior type, they could get to move around much faster and they get increased strength, but it is still only in the small surrounding area. She doesn't get any area boosts, so she'll have to make do as a temporary commander for now. We're going to have to replace her with somebody better. First off, it is Dark Elf, but I don't it is since we only have 2 possible fusions with Dark Elf, it's going to be a while for us to actually able to level her up. We also run out of battles against Deckmaster S, so we're going to have to find other ways or other battles to level them up as well. Yes, we had a chance to actually get Chimera during one of the reels, but we didn't actually able to do so. Chimera would have been a great commander as well, because beast types are actually easier to fuse. That's also an option that we could go to do here, because there's another Deckmaster we could fight and hopefully get Chimera. The other commander is Kairyu-shin. There you are. Like I said, Kairyu-shin's pretty strong. However, even though he's strong as a deck commander, he levels up slowly, and the abilities of the Kairyu-shin aren't as strong. He gets movement boost and cost reduction. I think that's the only things that Sea Serpents really get. So they're not the best commanders, but they are very good ingredients. But most importantly is we have Dark Witch. Dark Witch here is boosted. She's usually at 1800 attack, but now she's at 2100, meaning that she is very, very buff in comparison to her usual stats. And that's going to be a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is that she is very viable as a commander. We could try to farm for her very easily against Taya, because Taya's deck is using her mainly as a target. The bad news is that Taya uses her as the main enemy. That means that for us to actually farm against Taya, it's going to be really, really rough. Right, so that's one fusion that we need to look at. The other fusion that is interesting is Mystical Sand. Mystical Sand over here is very good as well as a rock. You get it from fusing rocks and ladies, but there are not a lot of rocks to actually get. There's actually a deck leader that specializes in fusing rocks and dragons and amongst other things, but it is Deckmaster I, and Deckmaster I is much more difficult to fight. It is a tough cookie. So long story short, the best choice that we have right now is probably going out and fighting Taya. But are we going to do anything else about the deck? Let's get rid of the Curse of the Millennium Shield actually and put back the Magical Labyrinth. And I'm also going to add a, maybe not a machine gun, but I'm gonna add the Skull Servant back into the deck because I have an idea, a sneaky idea. Okay, Eternal Rest we'll get rid of as well. I have a sneaky idea that I want to try to fuse a couple of more things. I'm going to try to fuse a Curse of Dragon if I can, because that's an interesting thing to investigate. So we're going to go actually and have a fight now against Taya, and we're going to fight her a couple of times and hope that we will get some new cards. And in the meantime, let's see how things are going to go. All right, with that little recap out of the way, we'll save. And if we do get a Dark Witch, I wonder who we are going to be able to name her after. But yeah, we're done farming this for now. And I want to save up all these other deck masters for later. Because deck masters are a great way to level up our dudes, our ranking up our leaders, I mean. But okay. The Rose Duelist, you dare to betray the hopes of Prince Yugi. I'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget. Okay. Right, let's talk about Taya. What is Taya's deck all about? First off, the bangingest soundtrack. The most bangingest, most wonderful soundtrack. Yep. Absolutely. But let's have a look at what her array looks like. It's supposed to represent a church. These labyrinth squares cannot be entered. But if you zoom out, you can see that it's a church and all of these little tune areas are cathedral windows. So that's pretty cool. Let's look at her Petite Angel. The Petite Angel is a fairy type. Her decks are all based upon fairy types, and her leader abilities increase strength for same type friendlies. So any fairies within the range of 1, yep, 3x3 tile here, gets a little strength boost, so have to be aware of that. The other thing is, fairies get strength boosts from mountains, so you have to actually be very careful about that as well. So fairies that will get 500 strength boost from mountains, and of course, if you look at the dark witches, you'll realize that if they are on mountain terrain, the witches will have 2600 attack, which is just difficult to deal with. Let's get us started on the hand here and what we have. Even though we have some beasts and some fiends here, we're going to cycle through cards we don't need. First off, Tomozosaurus is not of any use to us. And a Dark Ravage is a 4-star beast which this fuses into a Chimera. But we're going to move forward first. And oh, okay. Just as a side note, there was something called a hidden card. Hidden cards are hidden, as you say, and they are only available if your deck leader is at a certain rank. I do believe that you need to be either Colonel, and if you are a certain rank higher, there's an increased range of detecting hidden cards. The hidden card we just got just now was a Servant of Catabolism, but it is actually on this very tile right here. But because our extended range, we could actually get this hidden card as well. So keep a lookout for those hidden cards. So as a side note, just keep your units away from the mountain tiles and you should be fine. We also have a Cosmo Queen. So I might just wait and get Cosmo Queen to completely decimate her fairies. That's also something we could do. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I'm going to skip my summons, and I'm just going to have McQueen do her thing. There's 2 fusions that I need to be careful of. The first fusion is a Dark Witch one, so let's actually go ahead and have a look at the graveyard here. One has to be a woman, and one has to be a fairy. And Goddess of Whim is the fairy, and Maiden of the Moonlight is a light elemental. Actually, I could just show you, can I? Yep, fairy with any female. So basically, that's the gist of her deck. And this is definitely a Dark Witch, and this right now will be a Dark Witch at 2600 attack. And what do we do with a Dark Witch with a huge attack? We're going to debuff her as much as we can. Did you remember that I said that Cosmo Witch was broken? Yeah. Let's actually demonstrate how broken she really is. Oh, Cosmo Queen. Cosmo Queen right here turns any area into dark terrain in a 2 range. Wow, so this is a huge terrain transformation. So we are definitely corrupting the cross. And the Dark Witch goes down all the way from 2600 to 1600. Reason being is because the terrain has changed by that's minus 500. And it became their weakness, which is a further minus 500. Our Cosmo Queen got buffed by the Dark Terrain all the way to 3,000 and 3,050. I mean, and yeah, look at that. Cosmo Queen completely trivializes this first battle. Queen of the Cosmos. Absolute cinema. And now, Taya's in big trouble. We have corrupted her church. And off she goes. Trying to run. Gotta run, gotta run. But that being said, let's go ahead and have a look at what other cards we could summon in this juncture. We only have 3 left. So we'll actually have to wait. Yeah, until we can get something better. So let's be patient. Okay, I actually cannot move. My goodness. So why I say I cannot move is that if Taya's smart, she could move forward 1. Right? And she could summon something right over here, which could bonk into me. So I'm just going to wait. She might summon more things, but she's actually waiting in defense, so I'm not in a particular rush to do anything. We'll need to slowly but surely move in with stronger creatures. Okay, so the first creature we're going to summon is you. Hi, Chimera. And Chimera, I'll flip face up. Okay. And we're going to move... There's a chance I want to move you 2 spaces, but no. I'm moving you 1 space. This is all just a precaution. Because the AI... like I said, it's positioning precaution. If I move you here, and I move you all the way here, the AI still has a summoning area over here that could bonk straight into me. So... all just slow logistical things. Okay. Another fusion. Okay. Let's check what that fusion is before we continue. It is an Unholy Maiden and an Hourglass of Courage. So just another Dark Witch there. Okay. I do not know what this is. Although we have 5 summoning power, right? So we go here. So Mosasaurus. Oh, we do have a Winged Egg Elf. I'm actually just going to go with this Tatsunuko Tokochuku Goushikantan with another Fiend. Because this should also fuse into you. Yeah, there we go. Chimera. And what do I do? Let's move in over here. Because this should be... okay. I was hoping it wasn't a trap of any sort. Okay, and again, let's move and smother the area, like so. And we're pretty much done with this battle. Oh, I should have been smarter about it. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't friggin' fairy meteor crush my... okay. Wait, what? Why? How did you get buffed from there? Oh, I see. Oh, like I said, do not underestimate her. She is slightly buffed for being next to the fairy. So, even with our 2150 Chimera, still weaker than when the Dark Witch is being surrounded. Yep. Completely misplayed by my part. Yep. Not funny, lady. Okay. Right. I mean, I could end it now by just bonking straight into her. Like so. Could be a... Yeah, like I said, the attack power has gone down, but... Yeah, it's all just about how greedy I want to be. How much greed. I am going to be greedy. Yes. Yes, so much greed. I want the levels. Hubris? What hubris? I want the levels. Come on, Dark Elf. Show yourself. Look at your attack. It's gonna go down slightly because you're not in the dark area anymore. Dark Elf has a really poor effect in that for every battle engaged into the enemy, the LP of the player controlling Dark Elf is reduced by 50 points. So she sneaks away some of our attack points every time. Okay, let's just start moving my little beasties. Beastie boys. Okay, what are you gonna do? We're gonna just tap. Let's move you here. That's more LP loss for us, unfortunately. But we're going to bonk into a Gek 10 Omegami. Using the Dark Elf as an attacker. Like I said, I'm just being completely greedy here. Showing you as many animations and as many interactions as I can. And now, what's our thing? Ah. How greedy can I get? Okay. Yep. Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, but I do want to demonstrate a few more fusions. Like, these two could actually fuse, but I'm not going to do so yet. Over here is a Yamato no Dragon Scroll. Yamato no Dragon Scroll has an interesting effect in that if I leave him face up for 3 turns, he'll transform. Yep, card must be voluntarily turned face up after surviving 3 turns in a face up position. And he transforms into Yamadron. Okay, let's look at these things. I'm going to actually use the Dark Elf to move over here. And move you this way. Ray and temperature. Oh, we have a... here and there we're going to have some audio glitches. There are times when that happens. So you have to be aware of that. And that's just the nature of the patch. Let me think. I'm just going to move you over here as a card. And I'm just going to have the AI place a creature and just... Okay, that's probably just another Dark Witch then. Yep, there it is. And now we have somewhat smothered her. And we're just going to spend the rest of our time demonstrating our fusions and stuff. Okay. Right, let's just do this and just wait. And there it is. This little guy is now the Yamadron. Yamadron has an effect that turns areas into normal terrain wherever it moves and attacks, which makes it an okay-ish guy. His stats are slightly buffed, so that's kind of nice. But for us to actually make the most use of a Yamadron, we'll need to do a few fusions. I'm going to put down the Skull Servant. Hopefully that's the right fusion that I'm looking for. Not the right fusions we're looking for. Okay, so I'm going to cycle away some cards I don't need. Just give me a second. Alright, I think Celtic Guardian will do. A warrior with a skull should fuse into an armored zombie. Or it'll either fuse into an armored zombie or a zombie warrior. Right? And a strong zombie and a strong dragon, if I'm correct, if they fuse, will fuse into Curse of Dragon. Ah, oh dear. Okay. Curse of Dragon is interesting because it is a dragon type. Oh, he's been nerfed to heck, my goodness. That transforms the occupied space into a wasteland terrain when engaging in battle. It's not good in the fact that this would be so much better if he was a zombie. Because dragons don't actually get boosts from this terrain. But Curse of Dragon also has an interesting little effect or perk. Is that it is recognized as a dragon in the fusion list at the very least, as a dragon with 2,000 or more attack. And whenever you fuse, oh, you finally show up, damn it. A dragon with 2,000 or more attack with an electric type, you should get... Oh my, you are so weak. Oh my goodness, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon is not viable in this run. Oh dear, oh no. I am so sad for you. Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon usually is the strongest thunder unit in the game. And he's very strong for a few reasons. As a thunder unit, usually you could have him decimate any units in either water or mountain terrain. And Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon usually is at 2,800, which makes him very viable for this side of the run. However, since this guy is down to 24, it's too risky to use him. Oh my, you've been nerfed. Oh my dragon. Oh, so sad. So sad. Right, let's see if we could get some more things fused so I can show you guys. Ah, okay, we do have something interesting. Interesting. But we'll have to wait until next turn. Right, next up in our list of possible fusions, I'm going to fuse this Dice Armadillo and this Rare Fish. into a mech bass. A mech bass is nothing too impressive. However, I'm going to have to save state here because I don't know if things are going to... This time, sometimes it glitches. Using a diffusion. Yeah, there you go. Okay, here's the glitch. I just wanted to demonstrate it. Sometimes when you move the fusion card onto the fusion monster, it just disappears. What you should actually do is mute the fusion monster onto the fusion card. Yeah, it's a really weird glitch. But here you are. This is the good old Fortress Whale. Fortress Whale is very strong. As you can see here, this fusion is 2700. Destroys warriors automatically in battle, so this will trivialize any battles we have against Kristen here. But yeah, I think that's everything. Question is, do you want to summon anything else in this capacity other than the Fortress Whale? I think we do. It is cool to see the whale for a little bit, but I still think it's better for us to farm up our lady and guy here. Yep, just a bunch of Neko gals. But but as you can see, you could even see the movement boost from being next to Neko gal here. Right. Okay, so turn 76. I'll be right back after I do the exploit of passing turns over and over. Until we get to the reels. So I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. I'm just going to pass a few more turns here. I could go all the way down to turn 1, but I'm just going to do a little bit of a safety's sake. No, my Nego gal's too small. Wait, she isn't too small. That was silly of me. But okay, let's go, Catbug. I just realized that I was looking at her attack rather than defense. And there he goes. Our first battle down the bag. And we very, very handily won against her. And let's see the promotions. Cosmo Queen, Dark Elf, and Catbug has been promoted. As well as a little bit of the Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Okay, so what are the cards that we're looking for? Most of these cards are very good. We'll definitely need a copy of the Dark Elf by herself. Or the Dark Witch, more accurately. The Winged Egg Elf is another elf we already have, so that's not as important to get. Although, if we could see the another elf, that'll be good as well. But all of these are good hits. So if we go, let's time this reel, the left reel, no, the right reel, or the one with the double Dark Witch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, damn it. Too fast. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I am very bad at reels today. What's going on here? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, I am off today. I don't know what's the matter, but at least we get all of the ingredients for the Dark Witch. We'll need to fight her one more time. And I'll be I guess I lost. I mean, it pains me to know that I lack the strength to protect my lord and love. Oh, damn it, Taya. The amount of the lack of romance in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game anime is just so lacking. But Tetris in Grey is next. But I'm not going to continue until I am able to at least farm. Let's go ahead and have a look at the deck. Yep, and we have a couple new cards, Main of the Moonlight, Key Mace, and Lunar Queen. And this is the Servant of Catabolism. Right, so these guys, the Maiden of the Moonlight and the Key Mace and the Lunar Queen, are not very remarkable, other than the fact that they just fuse into each other. Key Mace itself will also fuse into Mystical Elf, and I'm not sure which one of these have the higher stat, but any fairies of, oh my, of 800 or less attack in their original stats will be able to fuse upwards with an elf into an... those two are just twinsies, aren't they? So we might add them to the deck to start trying to fuse into a mystical elf. But this dude, it is one of the part of series of guys called Immortals. And Immortals have a bit of a quirk in that once they die, they also transform adjacent spaces into crushed terrain. Yeah. So question is, what do we want to do regarding these guys here? We have a total of 4 new cards to try to add to the deck. And which cards do we want to stay and which cards do we want to remove? Unfortunately, the only reason the Skull Servant is here for me is to fuse him with either Oscillo Hero into the Cursed Dragon, so we can fuse upwards again into a Thunder Dragon. But it does look like the Thunder Dragon line is not worth it. So we're just going to slowly remove a couple of the Thunder Dragon's cards. Definitely you two. And definitely the dinos here. The Dice Armadillo and Metal Dragon will probably stay. But again, these cards on the bottom here will be... we'll have to figure out whether if they want to stay. Or they deserve to stay or not. But yeah, it's just going to be this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's another thing that we could do now that we are here. You might notice there's something flashing down below called the Reincarnation. Reincarnation is one of the ways that we can actually get new cards. And to do that is you choose a card, you press L3, and you can set Reincarnate. This will dissolve the card and then turn it into 3 different cards. Usually in a normal game, you can only reincarnate once every 5 battles. But in the Redux mod, you use every single main story battle. So this is the best way to get new cards. Usually cards in the 50 range is very good because they do transform into things of a similar cost. And I would get rid of Eternal Rest. That's probably one of the better cards to get here. But I'm going to actually first get rid of the another card. The card I feel that is not the most useful is the Royal Guard. He has a DC of around 40. And he's not very synergistic with the rest of the deck. And by doing this, cards around here will generally get us some really cool or interesting results. So let's go ahead and have a look. And his stats are usually lesser than usual anyways. Oh, we got a Peacock. Peacockus. Ooh, Fairy King Truesdale. Hi. And what's our last card? Did we just get a friggin' Fortress Whale by himself? Oh my goodness. Fortress Whale! Whale! We'll list the fortress! Oh my! Oh my goodness! Fortress Whale is usually not a very big thing to celebrate about, but holy, he is much stronger in this incarnation. We might need to try to include him in the deck. Do we even have space for him in the deck? Okay, let's go have a look at some of these other cards. Fairy King Truesdale. Fairy King Truesdale is very strong for plant decks. And we do have an option to go and try to farm for a plant deck. Fairy King has an effect of when it turns face up in defense, your plants get 500 points. So he is basically sitting in the back and aura farming. Right, Mr. Truesdale? Yeah, this dude is just going to sit in the back and aura farm while all of the other planty dudes walk forward. And there is a deck in Deckmaster. What is his name? If we're going to go farm for it, there's Deckmaster T, and his deck is all plant-based. Hi, Fortress Whale. Will you wait for me as we go find the One Piece? I am so angry that this guy's a fish, though. Why are you a fish? Whales aren't fishes. But that's just me being pedantic. I'm going to save. Just in case everything goes well. And another battle against Taya here. Our deck has been updated a little bit. But again, this is more of a case of us trying to farm. Necrogal at Admiral still doesn't have her highest ability yet. But yeah, it is worth just fusing smaller ladies. Still, yeah. Let's see if we can lure them in. There we go. Silly Dark Witch. Not realizing that my cat is stronger. In fact, I think you're even stronger than Dark Witch in the mountain terrain. Oh, that's a silver bow and arrow. Let's actually just keep you away from all the witches, shall we? Can't move you any further because the AI might try to bonk into me. Yeah, but we do have an alternative strategy. Yes, we do. Okay. Very, very viable too. We'll move you here. And our Kairyushin's just going to turn all this area into water. Let's flood him. Skelangel's a... Okay. This is a good little thing about the supplemental episode. Learning about weaknesses. As you can see here, our Leviathan is a water type. And this guy's a light type. And I'm going to put a chart up on the side. And whenever you attack a dude of a certain type with a dude of another certain type, if they're weak, then they get spellbound. Spellbound means stunned, so they get spellbound for a turn. So that's something that's quite annoying. The only thing that this impacts is that it takes longer for our guys to actually reach the designated areas. Oh, we have another Fortress Whale fusion, just in case. Let me just move my kitty cat this way. Let's not move them into friggin... Oh, I might have screwed up there. Yeah, because our dude is... Yep, I might have screwed up there. Let's actually, hopefully, put a trap down and save our cat. Yep, let's not stay in mountain terrain. Okay, I don't know why it did that. Okay, yep. Let's go and double check the graveyard again. That's, yeah, it just threw away one of the duck witches. AI gets silly sometimes. Let's just slowly vacate guys forward into range. This goes here. This goes here. And maybe another dude. Let's just put down a nice strong chakra. Get the AI confused as to what that guy could be. Oh no, it's a power increase. Could be a Gyakten Omegami. Oh no, Wing Trumpeter. I hardly know her. But Wing Trumpeter would make a very good, oh wow. Air Knight Prasad, hi. Yep. Air Knight Prasad is another good fairy dude. So, let's hope that we find him. But now we're just going to have to hope for some terrain debuffs now. So we could better draw a Cosmo Queen or we're going to be in big trouble. Yep, even stronger than our Kairyushin. We do have a nice strong Fortress Whale though. I wonder if we could lure this dude into the water terrain. Yeah, let's actually do this and bonk him with a chakra. And let's see. Let's move you away. I'm gonna move you. I'm gonna move the cat bug here. Move you here. I'm gonna put a Fortress Whale's Oath back down here just in case. And we'll see how they react. They're gonna move away, okay. And yeah, most likely going to try to hit our dude. Okay. Let's do this. Wait, let me just double check that I do have enough. Do I have enough? No, we have to wait one more turn. I mean, we could lure him into a trap, certainly. Oh dear, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, move. I'm making suboptimal plays here. Certainly. You know what? I'm gonna see if I could trap him. I'm going to see if I could trap him. Let's see if this guy attacks me like this and gets Mesmeric controlled. Karushin will stay here. You should move towards me. And that should be it. Yep. Perfect. That's even better because now Hoshiningen doesn't get its buff. There we go. Good. 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 Just as planned. Just as planned. Everything is going according to my brilliant strategy. Let's go ahead and summon our giant whale. That should just be strong enough to bonk against you. Bye-bye, Air Knight. Kaboom. 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 Look at our earth-shattering kabooms. But again, spellbound, because type weakness. Annoying, but all part of the plan. Although, I do have a victory already if I want to. I'm just going to have the kitty cat attack the Hoshiningen, right? Yep. Yep. Kitty cat attack. All of these are very, very good pulls if I manage to actually get them in the reel. I still want a Dark Witch. Hoshiningen's a fairy type buff. Look at that backflip. And if I am up for it, I could even try to farm for a Fortress Whale level to turn him into a commander. But fish types also don't make very good commander types though. But he's viable. Right, so let's see what we have. First off, the Dark Witch. We need to land on a Dark Witch. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Harshath is good, but I would rather get a Dark Witch if I can. Where are you? 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Okay, I'm going to have to try to land a Parshath reel all in the middle now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I missed. Right. I'm not going to be able to get a Dark Witch. Is that going to be a thing? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Right, let's go ahead and go into Reincarnation. And then I'll save, and then we'll fight Teo one more time. The other thing that's kind of frustrating is that, well, at least we get, first off, Hoshiningen. That own light monster is strengthened by 300 when discarded split face up. So it's a decent pull. Air Knight Parshath, however, is... Oh, it's a little bit buff. Still not as good as the Fairy Witch though, so we might not even use you. But it is a nice and interesting addition to the deck, regardless. I think it's going to be the Bolt Escargot that needs to go. Sorry. Sorry, buddy. And... no, sort by deck cost again. Beast King still useful. There's a random water, yeah, the Rover, I think. There we go. And now we're going to put in Air Knight and Hoshi. Where's the newcomer sort? Yep. Let's see. It might be Eternal Rest. Fairy King is worth keeping. And I think it might be Emperor of the Land and Sea, because if I... oh wait, we might want to keep a reptile. Do we want to keep a reptile? Yeah, I don't think we want to keep a reptile. But out of all this, the one that makes the most sense is Eternal Rest. We're not going to be able to use this up until next, the second half of the game. And this, in the long run, should give us better cards. Alright, time to send you to the Shadow Realm, isekaiing this guy for... oh my! Oh my. Oh me, oh my. Okay. I'll let you know why Arsenal Bug is a broken card. Oh, hi Fisher. Fisher's a good reincarnation target. But oh my goodness, we even got a Mysterious Puppeteer. We've even got a Psycho Puppet. Wow. Okay. Psycho Puppet is... Psycho Puppet's fine. His stats isn't too high, but he does require us to actually have Mysterious Puppeteer as a leader. And if we flip you face up, you get a 1500 buff that brings you all the way up from 19 to 3400 type fiend. But because the fact that is that you need Mysterious Puppeteer as a leader, you don't do very well, especially for a singleton run. Fisher here is a card that says destroys the monster with lowest attack on the field. Interesting, but no. You do have a good chance to do this and use this against single target monsters if they only have one monster on the field, and then you just Fisher it. Very situational. Drawing it late game is bad, and it's a really good reincarnation target. But what we have is, oh my goodness, Arsenal Bug. Arsenal Bug here is great for, with Cat Bug for a few reasons. First off, wow, he's buff. He has the 2 450s, so is it actually maximum buffness? My goodness. His summoning level has been adjusted really high. Usually, Arsenal Bug is a very, very exclusive card. You only get him through Destiny Draw. And usually he's at 3-star. But even at 7-star, this guy's pretty broken. I'll let you see his special ability. All spaces within an area of 2 spaces are transformed to forest terrain. So when you transform areas into forest terrain, it gives bugs to buffs. Bugs to buffs? Is that what I said? No. Buffs to bugs, as well as beasts and beast warriors. So this guy is an absolute menace in a beast or beast warriors type deck, which we are. And let's just see which one we could toss to add him in. But the Cosmo Queen is still decent. These Kairyu and Fortress Whale and Chakra are still decent. Dice Armadillo is a fusion in that. Okay. So, are you able to replace Anite Pershath? Yes, you can. Oh, bye. Anite Pershath, you were here for such a short while. I'm sorry. You know what? Let's just stick with this. I think this is good enough for now. Oh me, oh my. Alright. I'll save. This is the last time we could fight Taya. So we're going to actually go ahead and do that. And hopefully not end things a little bit too early. I want to demo a couple of these card abilities. Ooh, okay. So, yeah, immediately we have a fusion that we want to do. So you two. And do I want to get rid of a card? Yeah, let's cycle through Magical Labyrinth. Magical Labyrinth is actually useful, but man oh man. Let's see if we have a Dark Witch. Yeah, that's a Dark Witch. Yes, no? Or is it a random mystical elf? Yeah, that's a Dark Witch. Literally a pass turn. Nothing we could do. Another Dark Witch, maybe? Alright, thank you. Thank you, Chimera, for your services. I'm going to be absolutely upset if I say, oh, look at my well-laid plans, and goes, boop, mystical elf. Because that happens. Okay. What are you? Are you... Muse and Keymace, so you're just another Dark Witch. You're just going to go... You're not going to let me summon anything. And you're just going to tap. Yeah. And I'm just going to go move away. I can't move onto the mountain terrain. So, there we go. I'm also just going to toss away one fiend. Yep. Oh look, I have a new little guy that you could attack. Come on, try it. Yeah, just try it. No, but you're going to actually freeze me. It's just taking your time. Let's see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go Celtic Guardian, face up defense. And you can slowly move forward, I guess. Otherwise, we can't cycle through the cards. Oh, our Fortress Will is strong enough to face up against Dark Elf in mountain terrain, so let's... Dark Witch, not Dark Elf, in mountain terrain. So let's try it. Another Fortress Whale. Okay. So you do have a Dice Armadillo fusion upwards into a Fortress Whale soon. Dice Armadillo could wait over here for a little bit. We'll need a fish. That's a Cosmo Queen, so we're going to go... Did you just... Okay, you're negating our attack. Unfortunate. That does look like a dead warrior. But that could have been a whole lot worse of an outcome. Yeah, dead warrior's dead. Wait, Hourglass of Courage? Oh my. Hourglass of Courage is a really good card, but it is not a very good card for, like, for us to bonk. Because the effect that it does is very, very bad for us. The power-up is if LP is over 1,000 points when this card is destroyed in battle, it strengthens all of your monsters by 1,000 points, and your LP is reduced by 1,000. So it is a nice little Hail Mary, certainly. With that being said, I think it's now time for us to get McQueen online. Let's get rid of all of this mountain terrain. Let's try bonking him. Yep. Destroy all these dank witches for me, please. Also, if I'm actually able to get a Dark Witch into our deck, we'll also need to come up with a name for our Dank Witch that we're going to use as leaders. Okay. The Fortress was just going to sit there and wait and bide his time. Oh, we don't have any dudes. Do we just cycle through Fortress Whale card? We'll wait, yeah. Okay. AI is stuck on a infinite loop, which is good. We don't have our max monsters yet, which is okay, but I mean, I want to cycle through some of my dudes. I'm going to just do a random bonk here just to keep you in line. Because that's a big bonk. And, come on. New cards? Damn it. Let's get Chimera faced up. Again, it's probably just Cat Lady. Where's my single fish? I think we're gonna have to bank on Dark Witch. As much fun as it is to try to fuse two Fortress Whales together, it's a Dark Witch for us. So, you two. Hello, Dark Witch. Let's also buff you up with a silver bow and arrow. And let's see if we could actually level you up a little bit, in case we want to turn you into a deck leader. Right, we're tossing through Kaze Jins. Of course, as soon as I destroy the Fortress Whale's Oath, the card for it shows up. Because of course. Yeah, I'm gonna move here just in case they see Mochi. And move the fortress wheel here. And fuse a fuse a witch. You're actually going to bonk you with a witch now. Because they have less than 1,000 LP. And we have you and you. And a mesmeric control. Okay. Okay, we do have a wing egg elf. With any fairy, so this should do. Please be correct. There we go. Oh boy, right, Mystical Elf. Mystical Elf has 800 and 2150, so she's slightly buffed. But the most important thing is that Mystical Elf lifts face up and increases the strength of all of our light monsters by 800. So if I do this, Mystical Elf is paramount in buffing up Dark Witches. This is usually the actual strategy for Taya here. If Taya actually manages to be smart and fuses her own Mystical Elf, then we are in trouble. But she didn't, so. But there's a certain bit of counter synergy here, because Mystical Elf as a spellcaster gets buffed from dark terrain, where the Dark Witches get buffed from mountain terrain. You know what? I'm going to use my last few turns to demo the awesomeness of the Arsenal bug, I guess. Okay, so here comes the Arsenal bug. And the thing is, if our deck leader was an insect monster as well, his card's power is increased further by 1,500 points. So let's have a look at this. Pardon me, Cosmo Queen. McQueen. Look at this. Whoop. Okay. I can't demo it because this actually has to happen in battle. But in battle, this guy will transform the area into forest, which makes this thing 20... What 100? 24, 2950 in damage. Okay, so let's just start moving our other dudes here. I guess this is the rest of our crew. Oh well, we might have a Kairu Shin joining us later. But let's move you here, move you here. Neko Gal. Mesmeric Control. Move you over here. We're not going to move you. We'll move you around a little bit. Okay. For some odd reason, the AI is not moving with this guy. Oh, you got to spellbind us. Ah. Okay, you're just going to walk all over. Okay. Let's start moving you. We have a magic neutralizing field. That's an interesting thing to use now. That should cancels all spellbind effects. Right. Very nice. I'm gonna move Mesmeric Control. Let's start. No, this is bad for us. But there goes our buffs as well. Yep. Swings and roundabouts, I guess. But okay, I'm gonna demo that. Oh, I can't attack yet. Fair. Okay. We're just gonna move you, and you're not even gonna tap. Okay. Right. Let's move the Dark Witch closer. Let's move you over here. And I'll demonstrate how this transforms you, or all the areas around it, into a forest. Which makes the Arsenal bug very strong. Very good. Good job, Arsenal bug. And yeah, that buffed our cat bug all the way to 3200. My goodness. I'll move you here. AI will try to run away, I guess. Are you enough of a... Okay, the power increase is not enough. Let's donk you, the one with the power increase. Oh dear. Okay, your defenses is too high. Yakteno. Am I snatching victory away from the jaws of defeat? I might have. Okay. I have no idea how big these guys are. That's what she said. I'm gonna move Mesmeric Control closer, just in case things could go badly. I'll move you over here, and wait. Okay, fusion. Tap, please. Okay. Yes, could have been a lot worse. Okay, I'm gonna move the Mesmeric Control. I'm gonna move you to bonk this. Okay, good. Move you forward 1 square. Move you here. You need to stay, right? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. Bonk. Goodbye, Orion the Battle King. I need to move you this. I need to move you this way. And move you here. Right, that should freeze you up. Okay. You're gonna move over your buffed up dude. And tap it. We're gonna bonk you with... the Neko Gal. Ugh. Hoshi Ningen's annoying. but you should still all be strong enough. Unless you are not. I'm gonna move this here in case you get attacked. No. Okay. Okay. The circle around. Pass. Okay, good. I could pass until the end. I'll be right back. Alright, we resume. At 1. And we'll do a bonk over here. Just so that we get another Dark Witch into our pool of cards we want to actually get. Thank you. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Move the Dark Witch over. Move you over. And just bonk and finish off with Catbug. Alright, let's get some levels. Mystical Elf, Catbug, Chimera, Dankwitch, Arsenal Bug, and let's see all the Dark Witches, please. 1, okay, there's 3 on the friggin' reel. Please don't miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, damn it. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What the heck is wrong with me? What the heck is wrong with my timing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, finally. We actually got a copy of Dark Witch. We even got Lamoon and Negate Attack. Oh my goodness, we didn't even get another elf, but that's fine. 2 elves is already good. We actually got Dark Witch to actually add and turn into a commander. My oh my, was that okay. Right, so thank you, Taya. We are now heading towards Dark Dankwitch strategies. We also have to thank you. Thank you to thank Catbug as well. And let's see. Dark Witch is at 35. She's also already has increased strength and improved resistance for same type friendlies. I'll explain what those are next time. But we're gonna get rid of Fisher first. All right. Reincarnation time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Up. We got Harpy's Lady Sisters. Kind of nice. They fuse upwards into lots of things. Oh, we got a Stone D. Interesting. Oh, not too bad stats either. And oh, but the attack is a little bit lesser than usual. Stone D is another good commander. Crab Turtle. Hiya, Crab Turtle. Are you any good, Mr. Crab Turtle? You are nerfed. My goodness. Crab Turtle's another usually ritual monster that is just exclusively ritual most of the time. But he is actually nerfed in this run. My. Crab Turtle is usually much stronger. Stone D is also usually just a bit stronger, but you know, he has higher defense. But that would probably make him an interesting stone commander if we actually ever wanted to turn him into stone or use stone as a viable run. However, we are more than happy to promote Dark Witch into our commander right now. Catbug has been leveled all the way to a senior admiral, so she's finally got her extended support range. Finally. That means that we have options. Oh, it's always nice to have options. Having Catbug alongside with the Arsenal Bug is also always a great option. It's always but we don't get any good beasts at all unless we go out and farm for beast warriors, which is going to be a thing if I decided to go fight against another deck master. But the Dark Witch here already is very promising as a deck leader. So when we come back, we'll rename good old Dark Witch here, maybe make her our commander. But that being said, though, that's probably going to be it for today. I'm going to go and thank my members. So thank you, Apilux, the Randomizer, Amislam, Chris Burton, Barra Bowman, as well as Lord Yellonak and J Names for being subscribers on Twitch. You guys get to watch vids early, cool badges and emojis for whenever you comment, as well as get turned to a Pokemon. So if you want to support my channel that way, feel free to do so by clicking the join button or subscribe to me on Twitch. That being said, if you want to help me out in any other way, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe to me if you want to see more, click on the bell to get notified for when I go live, etc. And that's going to be it for this little episode regarding Taya. It's me. I'm going to be back. See you guys in a bit. Goodbye for now.